Briarwood Infinity, Arno Pilots. It is opening night in the Swiss Top Basketball League today. There you see the visiting team, the Arno Pilots, have not won a title since 2014. They are on the road tonight against a team that is desperate to avenge their embarrassing road playoff loss last season. The only team of all 5 professional sports teams in the capital to have never won a title. They look to change that. The Briarwood Infinity adding a number of talent in the offseason, including from the United States and the Boston Celtics' Jason Tatum. There you see Denatenius will take the tip-off and win it back to Makarov as we are underway for the new season of Swiss top-tier basketball. Johnson now for Briarwood to Montgomery Nelson, looking to space himself out, going toward the basket, and puts it up. And those are the first 2 points for Briarwood. Arno looking to go back the other way. Their roster, one of the weaker ones in the Swiss top tier. Like we said, Briarwood, one of few teams, 4 to be exact, out of the 12 in the league to have not won a title before. Grey Ghost coming off as champions. They won their first title last year. As Makarov fumbles the handle there, we'll throw it back to Davies. Davies looking to make space from the top. Looks deep. And his shot is off as we go back the other way. Osman now for Arno. Drops it to Jones. Jones from the top of the key. Over to Branham. Osman. Spacing. Looking to the basket, and there's a foul on the shot. And he'll go to the line for 2. First shot from Osman. Off the rim as he misses that one, and it's still 2-0. The fans are loud here in Briarwood. They are desperate to see something done. A lot of talent on this team. A lot of money has been put in to try to get this thing going. Makarov now down the side to Montgomery Nelson. The second-year player out of the United States, came from San Diego State University. Decided to come straight over to Switzerland. There, he has top of the key. Now trying to make space from deep. Shot way off as it's picked up by Arno. Osman again going back the other way. Jones takes it to the hoop, and the first 2 points are on the board now for Arno. Inbound to Johnson. Number 84 in white there for Briarwood. Takes it to the basket, will do it himself, and just put 2 up over Osman. An easy finish there for Johnson, as it's now 4-2 in favor of the Capital City home team. Jones, guarded by Davies. Looking to make space, does, but now he's got Denatenius back at the top of the key as a 3 is made for Arno. That was Collins from the top of the line as they take their first lead of the game, 5-4. Arno. Johnson lays one up there as they reclaim the lead. Back and forth now, 6-5 in favor of Briarwood. Branham taking it down, guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Montgomery Nelson was there with the defense as that one goes off, and now back the other way. He will take it. CMN, they call him, or the news channel, as he puts that easy 2 up over Osman. And it's 8-5 Briarwood. Jones now back the other way for Arno. The Pilots have struggled in the last few years after losing some of their top talent. They spent 1 season down in Tier 2 a few seasons back as Montgomery Nelson puts this one up, and another easy 2. I believe he has 6 now. The big number 0. Jones, guarded by Davies, trying to get some offense going. Soshan up on Denatenius as that one is picked off by Makarov, and now Montgomery Nelson goes back the other way, throws it to the side towards Johnson, who will throw it back towards Makarov. Makarov, the 4th-year Russian, takes it himself to the basket, and he puts it easy in. I shouldn't say easy, he was well contested, but those shots he seemingly never misses. Jones back the other way now for Arno. Guarded by Davies. Trying to find space. He'll go to the top of the key. And wide open in the corner is another 3 and a timeout taken by Briarwood after some offense there. It's 12-8 in favor of the Infinity. Today's opening night brought to you by Gatorade, as we are back here from Midco Arena in Briarwood, home of the Infinity as well as the more successful hockey franchise, the Briarwood Pharaohs, who start their season next month. Back to Tatum, off the bench now, trying to find some space, and he'll put one up, and an easy 2 for Tatum as he was well contested. Payne now, going back the other way for Arno, guarded by Christopher. Throws it over to Bullock. Bullock in the paint, guarded by Tatum. Guarded well by Tatum, as that one's poked away, but Arno retains possession. And now Sochan, trying to get something done. He's double-teamed. Throws it over Lofton Jr., but nothing going. Rebounded there, as it goes back the other way for Christopher. Lofton Jr. drops it back to Johnson. Johnson trying to find space. Gets a pick from Lofton Jr. and takes it to the house. But he misses on the layup. Well contested there. Goes back the other way. Bullock now, guarded by Tatum. Rips one at the buzzer, and it's short. So 14-8 will be the score in favor of the Briarwood Infinity as we enter the second quarter. Briarwood won the tip, and so the ball will start in possession of the Arno Pilots. It's opening night here in Swiss top-tier basketball. Live from Briarwood at Midco Arena. The inbound to Payne, guarded by Christopher. Briarwood in white, Arno in their alternate black uniforms. Guarded well by Tatum, but he puts it over for 2. That was Payne. Inbound from Lofton to Tatum. Jason Tatum already has 2 points in his debut. Makes it 4 with an easy hook layup in the paint. 16-10 the score. Payne back the other way for the Pilots. Breaks through the defense easy. And they'll call a defensive foul against Briarwood, so the ball will stay in possession of Arno. Inbounded to Payne. Guarded well, but a reach and foul there by Johnson, as 2 straight fouls on virtually the same play. Back to Payne. Guarded by Christopher. Guarded well by Christopher. Throws it back towards Collins, top of the key. Over to Bassey, to Bullock, down to Graham. Great passing, but even better defense by Briarwood, as now Johnson goes back the other way, looks to keep it himself, and he'll lay that one in for 2, 18-10 Briarwood. Payne, again guarded by Christopher. Was up for Defensive Player of the Year last year, did not win it, as Montgomery Nelson now back on the court, guarding Graham. Back to Bullock, who's guarded by Tatum. Back to Graham. Takes one over Tatum. Rips one, and that one goes off the rim. Not a well-executed shot. Johnson. Trying to break into the zone as he puts one well defended. And it's back the other way now for Arno. Bullock from the free-point line, and he will put in 2. Easy shot there. 18-12, inbound to Johnson. Throws one back to Christopher. Throws one back to Tatum. Trying to get some offense going, moving his players around. Great screen there by Lofton Jr., who will put one up and get a 3-point play as he's fouled in the act of shooting. So 2012, Lofton looking to make a 3-point play. That one goes wide as he misses that free throw. Makarov now on the defense as Jones takes it the other way for the Pilots. Now guarded by Montgomery, who picks up a charging foul, or rather gets one called against the opposite team, as it'll go back the other way for Briarwood. Makarov now. looking to avoid some defensive players here. He takes it up, and with 2 guys on him, puts one in from just below the basket. Briarwood significantly out-rebounding Arno as they have a good start. Puts one up over Johnson, doesn't go. Makarov now, back the other way. Tatum. Under the basket. Easy one-hand dunk. 24-12. Jones with 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter. Guarded by Davies, and a timeout now taken by the Arno Pilots as they look to change things up and get some offensive changes going ahead of the end of the first half. 24-12 the score here from Midco Arena in Briarwood. Bassi inbounds to Jones, bottom right corner. Taking it to the hoop. Well defended, but a well-executed layup, and it's 24-14. Lead now cut just to 10 points. Makarov taking it down the right side hard. Throws it back towards Davies, who is one-on-one. Now throws it to Roddy, his first few touches of the game. Takes it to the house. Not able to put it in. Easy layup, but he doesn't get it to go as now Montgomery Nelson playing defense. It's over to Jones. Makarov. Montgomery Nelson up on Bassi. Back to Jones. Great defense by Davies. Makarov. Looking to go low. Throws it back to Montgomery Nelson. Top of the key for Roddy. Roddy again going to the basket. Throws it to Montgomery Nelson. Easy hook shot. As the big 6'10 forward throws one in for Briarwood. 26-14. It's a 12-point lead again for the capital city. Jones. Guarded by Davies. Now guarded by Makarov. Double teamed. Makarov goes back to Bassi. Osman in the corner. Tatum was there with the defense, but a great three-point play as the lead cut to single digits ahead of the final minute of play in the first half. Dropped back from Makarov to Roddy. Roddy going to the basket, throws it back to Makarov. Back between the two players now. Makarov again, looking to make some space. Montgomery Nelson is at the three-point line, looking for space. Shoots from 3. Great effort, but not well executed. That one bounces off, and now with 30 seconds left, Jones will take it back the other way for Arno. Pass tipped by Montgomery Nelson. Gets it back. Jones, top of the key. Osman on Tatum. One-on-one. Winding down the clock now. Back to Jones from the top of the three-point line. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to go. Looking to go. Throws it to Bassi. And a great defensive play. Montgomery Nelson. He goes back the other way with 7 seconds on the clock. And will take it himself. And will miss the layup as the clock expires, as no teams score in the last minute of play. And it's 26-17 going into the second half. Briarwood the lead, 9 points going into the second half. And a win that they need to be excessive. This Arno team, not strong on paper. Haven't really been strong on the court as well. But this Briarwood team seems to be a little overconfident in their in-lane ability. They've done well in the paint. Haven't taken any serious shots from outside the paint. But Makarov is 4-3. As we enter the second half, it'll be ball in the possession of the Arno Pilots. The inbound to Osman. He's been the offensive player for Arno, looking to get something done as he charges towards Denatenius, and there's a foul by Montgomery Nelson. Collins from the line. Drains the first one. Lead cut down to 8. Collins for a second shot. Drains that one as well. 26-19 as Denatenius will inbound to Johnson. Johnson, another American, throws it to Davies, the Canadian, who fumbles the pass. It's back in the possession of Johnson now, who will take it himself and puts one in over his defender. Delquarius Johnson. Great bucket on the play. Now Jones going back the other way for Arno, guarded by Davies. As the pass was blocked for a second there, great defense by by Davies, as Johnson picks up the rebound and goes back the other way. He has it now from the pass on Montgomery Nelson. Charging towards the basket, looking to get something done, throws it back towards Makarov. Makarov, three! And a great ball by the Russian. 31-19, the lead back up to 12. Branham now, guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Very physical game so far, defensively for Briarwood. Missed that one back the other way now. Makarov, charging down the court. Takes it himself. And an easy 2 off of the contact, but no foul. As the Roseman from Nizhny, making his name known yet again this year. Jones back the other way for Arno, guarded by Davies. Great block on the pass. It'll go out of play and stay in possession of Arno, but 14 seconds remain on the shot clock. There you see the stats from last season. Pass intercepted by Montgomery Nelson. He passes it to the Lithuanian Denatenius, who drops it down for Johnson, who puts it up with the finish in the paint. Denatenius, the 7'4" center out of Vilnius, looking to make his name known in the FIBA World Cup this season. Jones now for Arno. Collins is low, guarded by Denatenius. Good defense on the first one. A foul there by Dinas Denatenius on the second shot. No foul on the play. It went out of bounds off the shot. And it'll be Briarwood possession. Johnson now. Delquarius Johnson throws it back to Davies. Looking to find a man. It's Montgomery Nelson. In the key. Hook shot as his easy finish for Charlie Montgomery Nelson. Jones going back the other way. It's a 16-point lead for Briarwood. Jones passes to Osman in the paint, guarded by Johnson. Delquarius Johnson on defense. Great defense as it's picked up there. Going back the other way for Denatenius. Slows down as he's on the rush and decides to space out some time now. Throws it over to Montgomery Nelson. Montgomery Nelson back to Johnson. To Makarov. Makarov. Starting 5 out there for Briarwood. Makarov takes it himself with the finish. Great touch. And a timeout has to be taken by Arno as they trail 18 points with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And this starting 5 finally starting to play like the dangerous look they see on paper. Branham back in the game for Arno, guarded by Johnson. Now guarded by Denatenius. He's double-teamed in the paint. Thrown back there to Bassi. He's guarded by Davies. Bassi trying to make space. Going into the zone, throws it back to Soshan. Throws it to Osman, who takes a deep 3 from the key. Rebounded there by Makarov. Takes it himself. Now tosses to Davies down the left side. Throws it back to Makarov. Throws it to Johnson. Johnson up top. Takes it himself. Deep 3. Bounces wide. Branham for Arno. Guarded by Makarov. In the paint, drops it back to Osman. Osman, top of the key for Soshan. Osman. Some momentum there. Guarded by Tatum. Guarded well by Tatum, and that shot goes wide. Rebounded. Denatenius now. Davies. Back to Denatenius for 3. I'd be shocked if it went in, and so would he, as that one goes wide. I think that was just a little bit of fun had on the behalf of the big center from Lithuania. Branham now. Arno still trail 18 points. Denatenius now guarding Bassi. Bassi looks to take it himself. Goes in, and a great effort made there. He gets his own rebound, throws it back to Soshan, and a 3 made by Soshan Cuts the lead to 15 with 41 seconds on the clock. Tatum inbounds to Johnson. Taking it down the left side. Takes it himself. Oh, could not finish on the play. Excellent touch, but it just rolls out of off the rim as it's back the other way for Jones now. Drops it low. Pass is intercepted by Makarov and picked up by Davies. Throws it back towards Makarov. Deep three. Can't finish. 17 on the clock. Branham. Toss it to Jones. Looking like they're going to wait out the clock, but they really need some points. Excellent shot there, and 6 seconds remain on the clock. Lead cut down to 13. Tatum inbounds to Johnson. Looking to make space in the little time left. Throws it to Tatum. Tatum puts up a three to finish the the quarter. And that one bounces in and out. As it's a 13-point Briarwood lead. They retain the ball for the fourth quarter of play here at Midco Arena. Opening night. Former American basketball coach Greg Popovich was a lucky pickup for Arno back when they were in the second tier. They've come back up to top tier, but they've really struggled to get anything done, as we talked about earlier. Not a very strong team on paper, and definitely not showing it here tonight. A big foul on the play. Makarov will go to the line. Rips the first one. It's a 14-point lead now. Makarov, second shot is up. It's good. 41-26 now, the lead for Briarwood. Fans seem to be enjoying themselves here on opening night of Swiss basketball. Graham, guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Looking to shoot from deep. Interesting shot choice there. It's picked up by Makarov, goes back the other way. Montgomery Nelson takes it himself. Fouled on the play, and he'll go 2 from the line. Easy first one. Lead up to 16. The second one bounces wide, but it's rebounded by Makarov. Will take it himself, and he's fouled on the play, and he'll take 2 from the line. So 3 team fouls, very quick succession. Go against Arno. Makarov from the line. Drains the first one. 17-point lead. As it's 44-26. Payne. Trying something for Arno. Guarded by Christopher. The second line is already in for Briarwood. Rebound there by CMN. He gets the ball back. Montgomery Nelson now. He and Makarov remain in of the start. Oh, Makarov going up with the two-handed jam. Fyodor Makarov. Excellent height, excellent finish. And it's a 20-point lead, the largest of the game for Briarwood. Payne now, guarded by Christopher. Double teamed. Payne from the side. He was short of the line, and he misses the deep two. Arno just really struggling to get anything going. Christopher challenging the defense. Questionable shot choice there as he was double teamed in the box. Bullock taking it himself. Guarded by Makarov. Can't finish. Collins under the basket. Can't finish as well. Gets his own rebound as it's now deep. And 3 straight misses by Arno as Roddy goes back the other way. Throws it to Makarov, who looks to finish and cannot. Makarov looking to do everything himself tonight. Lead remains 20. And from the top of the key, Collins rips one. Bassey, great rebound. Gets the 2 from the paint and a timeout taken by Briarwood. Lead cut down to 18, but it's a long way to go and significant amount of time off the clock as 3 minutes remain on a large lead in favor of Briarwood. Johnson back in the game. Throws back to Makarov. Throws back to Johnson. Makarov. Looking to get something done. He and Johnson just going back and forth now in the corner. It's Davies. Takes it himself. Deep 3. Nothing going. He was contested. Osman back the other way for Arno. Takes himself a deep 3. This one rebounded by Makarov. Denatenius to Johnson in the paint. Great finish. Give and go there. And it's back to a 20-point lead, as this one seems almost securely in the hands of Briarwood. Jones now, guarded by the Lithuanian. His first foul. Jones goes to the line, makes the first one. Lead cut down to 19. Fans all still in their seats here at Midco Arena. 2 minutes remain. It's an 18-point lead for Briarwood. Inbound to Makarov. Davies takes it himself. Great finish off the left hand. 20-point lead again. Who relieved the press as now Jones goes back the other way for Arno. Montgomery Nelson now. In the defensive zone, Jones takes that himself, can't finish. Denatenius off the rebound. Davies takes it himself. Two-hand slam for Davies. 52-30 the score, a 22-point lead for the hometown Briarwood. Osman now, guarded by Johnson. Guarded by the big Lithuanian. Can't get a hand on it, and it's a great finish there by Osman. Cuts the lead down to 20. Minute and a half left. Johnson taking it back the other way for Briarwood. Takes it himself. No defense on the play. Two-hand slam in the zone by Delquarius Johnson. Jones back the other way for the Pilots. Guarded by Denatenius. Drops behind the back. Stylish pass to Branham. Branham tries to get something done. He's triple teamed in the paint. And Montgomery Nelson ended up with the ball. Now Davies back to Montgomery Nelson. Throws it back to Denatenius. Montgomery Nelson down low, looking to stay inbounds. He does two-handed slam. Charlie Montgomery Nelson, fantastic game so far, as it's a 24-point lead in the final minute of play. And Branham will likely wait this clock out. Osman now top of the key for Arno. Jones, guarded by Davies. 2 seconds on the shot clock. He rips one. Nothing going. And Denatenius now. 10 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Tosses it over to Makarov as they will wait out the final possession of their game. 8 seconds on the clock. He throws it over to Johnson. Now, do they shoot with 2 seconds? He will. Davies from deep. Rings around the rim, but nothing goes as 5 seconds remain on the clock. And now Jones will wait out the clock for Arno as it's an emphatic win for Briarwood. 56-32. The final score here from Midco Arena. An excellent game to open the season for what looks to be the most promising team in Swiss basketball this season, looking to secure their first title, end their long drought. And finally, end their drought as the only team in the capital city to not have a title. 56-32, the final score. Briarwood over Arno. We will see you next week for week 2 as Briarwood heads to Lancaster